Hi guys, welcome back to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. This is your host Iggy, and like I promised in my last video, I was going to show you some Star Wars Unleashed Imperials from the assault on Hoth, or Battle of Hoth, if you will. And I apparently did not buy as many as I would have liked. However, I think it was probably because they were on clearance and maybe someone else had bought them up, and I just got what was left over. Um, so I'd like to share those with you now. Like I had mentioned in the previous video, I hope that you guys saw that one. That one dealt with the rebel defenders of the the alleged secret base on Hoth. I guess what did they call it? The probot droids discovered that they were there, and Darth Vader's intuition led them to attack Hoth, and it turned out he was correct. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie because the stormtroopers don't seem stupid. They actually are winning the battle, and that's what I would expect if it was real. The one thing that I really don't like about Star Wars is how easy it is for rebels to kill Imperial troops and destroy their ships. They make it look like they weren't a threat at all. And I think if you like watch a football, I'm not a football fan, but I have watched some football games that were so dang exciting because you didn't know who was going to win. I mean, right up to the last second, both sides were fighting as hard as they could, and the score was like determined by like maybe 3 points or a point or something. It just was amazing, and would be an exciting movie. I don't like movies where the Americans come in and they discount or ridicule the contributions of Canadians and Brits and Free French and Russians. And they act like, well, we're the only ones who won this war, and there's 6 of us, and we're going to destroy the German Empire. And I'm like, no, that's not how it happened, guys. And it makes for a very boring movie, in my opinion. Now, that's my opinion, guys. Some of you might go, no, I want the good guys to always win. And I read this really good article this guy wrote, and explaining why he thought the Empire was the good guys and not the rebels. And it was very entertaining and actually kind of convincing, too. Anyway, I won't trouble you with that because I know some of you just don't like Empire troops, but I love them. And I'm going to share some with blah, blah, blah. Iggy can't talk. Iggy can't talk. Let's zoom in on these and give you some close-ups of these wonderful figures that were made by Hasbro in 2006. Now, they had an assortment that it came with General Maximilian Veers, which is, you can see him there holding a pistol, and AT-AT driver, which you can see there. Let me pull them out so you can get a better look at them. I really like the way these figures look. They're pretty cool. I'm not going to make any jokes about this pose, but I'm sure you guys can. It's probably not the best pose he could have been in right there. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you go to jail. Let's just say that. Now, here's Darth Vader. You'll notice that, I often cover this in my videos about how swords and things bend, but there's an easy explanation for his lightsaber bending like that, and that is there's actually, you guys can't see it, but there's actually a black hole right here, and it's bending the light. The gravitational pull is so tremendous that it's bending the light down, and that explains why that looks like that. Now here's see, now this is a good pose because it shows a stormtrooper acting responsibly. In other words, he's trying to assume a position that does not make him a large target. It's more a sound position to assume if you're attacking. Like maybe he was hiding behind a clump of snow or something. So that's a good one. And then we have this position here. I like the way the capes flow on these. They look really good. I love these figures. Like I mentioned in the previous videos, I wish I could have gotten a lot more Star Wars Unleashed. But one of the problems is they didn't really make a lot of them before they went clearance. And people just didn't take to them that well, I guess. You guys are probably tired of me saying this, but I absolutely love these things. Here he is with a laser cannon. Now, on this, the one difficulty is the hose or the power cable. It looks like a hose, though. It doesn't, there's a little, you see how it popped out? There's a little hole here. Can you see it? There it is. There it is. It doesn't really fit in there very well. It comes out too easily. So, but if you got some super glue, you could easily put this power cable into the battery pack or whatever this was. And he's a pretty good, and I like the way his cape is draped like that. So pretty cool pose overall. And here's another one over here. I seem to remember that they sold this with two other figures. But like I mentioned in the previous video, I really don't remember much about the packaging because I took all the stuff out of the packaging in order to be able to store it more easily. When it's in the packaging, it takes way more room. And so that's why I did that. Now, I wish I could have saved some of them in packages because I'm a fan of the packaging too, believe it or not. And especially really old packaging. I think I mentioned that in a video previously that I really like vintage toy packaging and the lithograph art on the boxes. I really like that a lot. Now, there's one over here I thought was interesting. I thought maybe it was broken at first. It's this guy here. He's holding a pistol or hand weapon similar to what it looks just like the one Han Solo used to carry. And so when I saw that, I thought maybe the barrel had broken off. What is that? Oh, that's where I poke myself to test. I'm sorry about that. But I like his flowing cape. I really love these figures. Now, part of it is I'm a big fan of toy soldiers. Ever since I was very, very little, I've liked toy soldiers. So for me, this is a natural. And to have toy soldiers that look like this is a no-brainer for me. But for some people, they don't like them because they're not articulated. Some of these do have moving parts, like the arms will move. Like, for instance, I'll show you this one. If you see that, his arm moves. Some of them, the heads turn, but it's limited. It's if you're looking for articulation such as uh, a BBI figure with the ratchet body. I like the ratchet body, by the way. It holds its position much better than the elastic band that's inside of a GI Joe. Over the years, the elastic bands get so stretched that the GI Joe gets really loose, and you can't pose them anymore. Now, there was a guy in New York who used to repair them. I remember reading about him in one of the collector books that I have. I don't know if he's still in business, though. That was quite a number of years ago. Now, this book that's in the background, it's got a lot of great illustrations. These are stormtroopers here. The reason I did that is the one that features the snowtroopers. The picture was kind of small, and I wanted to emphasize the weapons here also. I will show it to you. I remember when I bought this book, the girl said, "Is this for your son?" And I said, "No." And she said, "You realize this book's for children?" And I said, "No, it's for me." I love this scene here. Remember that? I want to recreate this scene here when the Emperor arrives. Well, Darth Vader arrives like this too, but I like it when the Imperial guards come out, and then the uh, the Emperor comes down, and I think there's a brief scene, I think, like really brief, of Imperial dignitaries coming out of the shuttle. This was one of my favorite characters, and this guy too. This guy's somewhat of an idiot. I like this guy. This is General Veers, Maximilian Veers. Here's the Imperial dignitaries. How do you like that? And there's our favorite supervisor. Soon your pathetic rebellion shall be crushed, and young Skywalker will join you at my side. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Well, good for you, boss. I thought he did a really great job. You know what I didn't like about the third reboot Star Wars movie is the Emperor didn't talk the same. And they killed him really easily again. So, I don't know. They could have done a lot better job with those. All right, now this is the stormtroopers I showed you. So let's go and find. I love these hats. I would like to get one, but in the grayish color. Here's weapons. Here's the interior. Isn't this a cool book? Here we are. There's the snowtrooper that we. Let's see if I can get here. Here, let's take this guy. See that? Pretty cool. I like it. See if I can do that. I like biker scouts. I don't have a lot of biker scouts. I think I got like a dozen or something, maybe less. I'm not sure. I did find a box that was labeled. Oh, here. Star Wars. 39 snowtroopers, 41 stormtroopers, 6 complete laser cannons, Emperor with throne, and 3 rebel laser cannons. But these are not unleashed. This is all the the regular sized figures. And what do we got here? And here's the. Well, that's interesting because here they show him wearing gray, and here he's wearing white. And to be honest, I thought this is what he looked like in the movie. So I'm not sure why he's wearing white. I'll have to watch the movie again. It's been a long, long time since. This is one of my favorite figures too. I love TIE fighter pilots. I think I showed you quite a number of them in a video I did about Imperial troops. Okay, guys, This is the book I was telling you they said was just for kids. Well, it is just for kids and for Iggy. Um, uh, I'm used to getting a lot of flack from people, I guess. I don't like it, but I don't blame people for thinking that. Okay, guys, that's it for the Star Wars Unleashed, which was unleashed, haha, in 2006 by Hasbro. And it didn't last very long before they clearanced it out. And I bought all these things at Target on clearance. And like I mentioned before, I wish I'd bought some more. But that's it. So, since we're on Hoth, you guys, let's go to the thrifty drugstore. They sell ice cream there. And you used to be able to get 1 scoop for 5 cents, 2 scoops for a dime, and 3 cents, or excuse me, 3 scoops for 15 cents. Now, I would love to have those prices today because now I think it's like $5 for a scoop of ice cream. So it shows how things have changed. It's gone up, what, 100%? I'm not good at math, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So let's all go get an ice cream cone because in the cold air of Hoth, it won't melt all over us and make our hands sticky. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for coming along. And you guys know what to do. And I want to make sure that you take care of yourself and your family. We have no guarantees in life, so we don't know what's going to happen. And sometimes we take things for granted. I recall having a long conversation with my father, and the next day he suffered a heart attack, went to the hospital, and 2 weeks later he was gone. And I'm very grateful I had that conversation with my dad. But I will truly admit I wasn't worried because my dad in the past always got better and came out of the hospital again. And when I went to the hospital to see him, he looked very healthy and robust. I mean, of course, he had a bunch of things stuck on his chest and stuff connected to him, but he looked really good. And then the next time I saw him, he was almost unconscious. He was drugged up so much, I don't think he knew I was there. And he said to me, his last words to me were, "Who's that man standing on the mountain?" And he pointed. He said, "Who's that man?" I said, "Dad, that's Sir Edmund Hillary." And my dad smiled. And I said goodbye. And we all know that it wasn't Sir Edmund Hillary, but I won't get into that. Anyway, I guess the point of that story is take care of those that you love. And if someone told you that you have 6 more chances to talk to your mom and dad, or 6 more chances to talk to a dear friend of yours, wouldn't you want to make it more than just 6? Because sometimes you talk to someone a few times and then find out they were killed in an accident or cancer. I don't know what it might be, but you need to, anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just be good to your family and your friends. We don't know how long we're going to be here. All right. Take care. And after we have ice cream, let's all meet up at Roy Rogers Ranch. Say hello to Roy and Dale. And Sons of the Pioneers are going to be playing for us, which will be nice. And Trigger will be there, and also Bullet. And maybe we could throw a frisbee for Bullet to catch. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. And I'll see you soon with maybe some more Star Wars. I'm not sure what I got. I got 6 boxes left, and then that's it. No more talk about, well, I got these out of storage. You guys will be free of that. I bet you're looking forward to that. Not hearing me say, well, these were in storage. By the way, my brother and his son helped me stack up boxes because they all fell over and it was a big mess. And I noticed there was almost everything in there was broken. I have like 20 pieces of art, and the glass in the frames was all of them, every single one of them broken. Not one of them made it. And the coffee table was scratched. And anyway, we've been over this. So I'm going to let you go because I know you got a lot of other stuff to do. And I'll be back with you soon.